Hi, this is David, and this is my reaction to the Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens teaser. Now, let me tell you, I freaking loved it, but I'll give you a little bit of background. So, I love the original Star Wars movies. I think they're great, like, like really fun movies, obviously so influential. Don't like the prequels, kind of like the third one, but I was never the biggest Star Wars fan. Even though I love the originals, it was never really my thing. So when I heard about this, when they announced all the Star Wars movies, that they were doing the new ones like 3 years ago, I was like, oh, this is just some cash grab that they're doing, and I kind of just had this. I was a little bit excited. I was like, oh, maybe I'll see it, but I don't know. I was just very put off by it. It was kind of annoying. But then when they picked J.J. Abrams, I was like, oh, he's done Star Trek already. But as these new developments have come out and they've started production, I've grown very curious because J.J. Abrams, it seems like what he's trying to do here is trying to make a movie a lot like the originals, and he loves them, and he just wants to make a really fun movie, and it's starting to look really cool. And when they announced the trailer was coming out, um, I felt a little bit like a fanboy because I was waiting. Last night I was trying to go to sleep, but I was thinking this trailer's coming out this morning. I know I've got to watch this. So I watched it. Might be one of the best teasers ever. Now, what I expected was because J.J. Abrams kept saying this was this 88-second teaser. I thought it was gonna be something really simple, really Abrams, because obviously he has like the Cloverfield trailer Super 8. He's big on the mysticism, like not telling a lot. I thought it was gonna start with a blank screen, have some narration of this sort by like Harrison Ford or Mark Hamill or something. Then it was gonna show like different cast members like John Boyega, Daisy Ridley, Adam Driver, Oscar Isaac, Andy Serkis. You guys probably know who's in this by now. Then they were gonna show them doing stuff for like 2 seconds. Then there was gonna be blackness. Then it was gonna say like a long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away. Then the Millennium Falcon flies into the screen, shoots phasers. Cue title. But um, what I actually saw was even better. And now, when it opened and it had like and you could see what was probably tattooing, I was like, what is this? What is this? Then when it goes in, I hate to sound like a fanboy, but I was just like, oh my god, there's droids, there's lightsabers, there's a lightsaber sword. Oh my god, the Millennium Falcon's back. Everything was there. It was like finally seeing freaking Star Wars. Because I mean, the first three. I mean, not the first three. The prequels. I mean, as everyone knows, they're kind of shit. And from the teaser of Phantom Menace, it looks like it's gonna be awesome. Like I remember, I don't remember. I've read that people would buy tickets to all the movies playing the weekend the teaser came out multiple times so they could just see this teaser. And the great thing about this teaser is it really looks like it's Star Wars. It's for a new generation certainly, but the feel is there without even showing the cast, and it's only a minute and 30 seconds. You get John Williams in his music, you get all these great shots, you get to see, you hear about the Force, and then when the Millennium Falcon comes, that's awesome, and it's really cool because the way that they do it is you haven't seen the Millennium Falcon literally in like 30 somewhat years since Return of the Jedi. And it's filmed really cool because it's a little bit realistic almost the way that they're showing it. It looks like it's kind of real, but it's still the Falcon, and it's like done in a really cool way, very engaging. And now, I just thought this is a great, great trailer because not only it had the feel of Star Wars, but it was very cinematic. It felt a lot like one of those teasers I liked. Like I remember I loved the teaser for Tron Legacy because whenever I saw it in theaters, I thought it was really, really cinematic, and it really got me like, whoa, this is gonna be a great winter movie. This is just like in a minute and 21 seconds, I think it was. It just really hooked me, and it's really strange because for years on online, we've seen all of these really well made or really terribly made Star Wars fan videos that kind of look like that are live action, or we've seen a lot of Star Wars animation. But it's kind of bizarre and wonderful seeing something that's finally an official Star Wars thing. It's crazy. And well, the one thing I think that's a problem with the new Star Wars, but I'm feeling a little more confident about it after this is Star Wars as a movie because of its massive influence and how much people love it. Um, it's been done a lot, like even Guardians of the Galaxy, that's Star Wars. But since Star Wars came out, like every space movie, so many movies, 70s, 80s, 90s, all rip-offs of Star Wars. So Star Wars was a new idea when it came out, and I feel like a lot of people want something really new from Star Wars. But that's gonna be a bad idea if they did something completely new, because then you wouldn't see what you loved about Star Wars. You'd see stuff that was trying to be original but would ultimately fail. But it seems like J.J. Abrams is, as I said, he's trying to bring the spirit of the original Star Wars and do it for a new generation, which is awesome. And I'm really hooked on this now because it looks great, and it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be awesome. And I don't know. I like the original ones, and it's funny because I'm not as big a fan, but this got me really pumped. And I don't know, because the original, as shown, George Lucas, he only did the screenplay and directed the first Star Wars, and then he did the prequels. The prequels sucked, and he wrote them. George Lucas really isn't involved here, and they got the writers from The Empire Strikes Back in addition to Abrams. And I don't know, it just looks like what they're doing is right here. I trust Abrams, and I don't know. Some people I've seen online these messages where people are criticizing this trailer because they're like, "We don't see any of the old cast. We're not getting any. It's like not enough." J.J. Abrams told us this is going to be a small tease, and for a small tease, this is pretty freaking great. And it don't make it sound like I'm lowering my expectations, because that implies that I thought this trailer was only decent. I think for like a small tease, this actually gave me more than I was expecting, and for a lot of people, and I think this is really cool. Star Wars is happening. And I think for a lot of people, they're just like, whoa, this is real. And we got to see new characters. We got to see Oscar Isaacs, who I was convinced was Mark Hamill, but he wasn't fat and old, so it wasn't him. And I mean, there's obviously more to say, but this is just like a small, fantastic tidbit. And my hope is, even though I'm gonna sound pretentious here, and I'm hoping this is the way it's gonna work, my hope is that unless they play it in a lot of theaters, I'm only going to watch this trailer until I see Star Wars next December, because I feel like there's so many teasers out there and trailers that they play everywhere and are advertised everywhere for every movie, so there's no kind of aspect of mystery when you go into the theater. And this is freaking Star Wars, so how cool would it be if you only saw a small thing and tried to avoid the rest and just walked in? You know, I mean, it's probably not what's going to happen, but it's my hope.
There has been an awakening. Have you felt it?
Sorry, couldn't help that. So, the trailer is going to be in the link below, and if you haven't seen it, do yourself a favor and check it out, because you're in for a treat.